guys, welcome back to another weekly vlog. Today is so exciting because it's Lang's hens today. So I'm currently at George's place. George and Sophie are in the other room getting ready. I'm about to get ready. The theme is pink, so I think it's gonna be so fun. We're just gonna look like a pink explosion. It's kind of like Barbie round 2. It's just so fun. Hopefully when I see you next, I'll look ready to party. So we got to Lang's hens, we set up, and then we found out they forgot to bring pens and we need them for one of the games we're playing. So we've gone on a little excursion. We're just walking through the middle of Burleigh in our full pink outfits, and it's extremely embarrassing, but we just made it to Woolies. So he's asking us, are you going to Barbie? And we're like, no. But like, fair enough. Like, oh, surely.
Sorry, please.
Oh, nice. 10-10.
Nice.
I'm currently watching Sarah in bed. George and Soph are sleeping in the other room, so I'm trying to be quiet. It is 7:30. I've been awake for about an hour. It was such a fun day yesterday, celebrating Lang's hens. So we did the lunch, and then we went back to Lang's house and just like hung out, played some games and stuff. And then some of the girls decided to go out, like dancing. Soph and I decided to come home. Got GYG on the way home. Came home, hung out, and I was so tired last night. I swear I like lay down and just like passed out. It is a beautiful day outside. Stunning. A very slow morning, just hanging out. I'm trying to decide if I should get up and kind of start getting ready for the day, or if I should just read my book in bed. This is my current read. I'm only like 20% of the way through. It's like good, but I'm not obsessed so far. Good morning, guys. It's now Monday. I drove home from the Gold Coast yesterday afternoon and honestly just had such a great weekend just spending time with my friends. Like, I really loved it. And while I was driving home yesterday, I had such a bittersweet feeling because I was so excited to go home and see Liam and kind of just like sleep in my own bed and, you know, just like get back to my house, my home, my safe place, my routine after a few days away. But equally, I was so sad to be leaving my friends because I just literally love them so much and like love hanging out with them and just like laughing and doing absolutely nothing and just like cracking up about the dumbest things. Like, I love girl friendships. I think they're just so beautiful and so special, and I feel so blessed with the women in my life. However, last night I went to bed, read my book, fell asleep, all was well, woke up at 4 a.m. so anxious and just have not stopped feeling anxious since. It's now 9 a.m. I've just decided to drive to the library actually. I like cannot shake this tight feeling in my chest, and I have no idea where it has come from. Usually I am very aware of what makes me anxious. I'm very aware of my triggers. I know ways to cope with it for the most part. Like, obviously it's not like, oh, I'm just gonna switch off my anxiety now, but like if I'm feeling really stressed about something, usually I know why, and usually after a bit I can kind of work through it, you know what I mean? But this morning I just woke up like no reason, no trigger, no anything, just so anxious, couldn't get back to sleep. So I've been awake since 4 a.m. and literally since then I've just been trying to distract myself, like working, trying to like do my normal morning routine, you know, just like all of those random things, trying to like distract myself, and like nothing I'm doing is working. None of my normal coping kind of strategies are working, and again I just have no idea why. And it's especially weird to me because usually like at home I feel my best. It's kind of my safe place. It's kind of just like where I feel the most comfortable and the most at ease. And like sometimes obviously I can get in my head and like get anxious about things, but usually if I have a day at home, I have no social interactions planned, I don't have a busy day at all, those are usually like my favorite days ever, and I feel my best on those days. And today is supposed to be one of those days. I don't have anything to do but work, and obviously I work from home, do some grocery shopping, and I am just like a ball of anxiety today. I'm just so confused. So I've decided to come out to the library and I'm gonna try and work from the library and see if that helps with anything, just kind of like get myself out of my environment. I was just really working myself up being at home. I don't know what was going on. So I'm gonna try and switch things up. I'm just literally trying to tick off every strategy in the book when it comes to my anxiety, but we'll see. Like, my chest just feels so tight and I hate it, but I just like I don't know. And I'm so jumpy, like every sound at home, I'm just like freaks me out, and it's not it. It's just so frustrating sometimes because it's like, why does my brain work like this? I just finished my lunch. I accidentally ordered my coffee in a takeaway cup when I was at the cafe, but I'm so glad I did because I didn't finish it. So now I've brought it with me. I've come to a park that I often come and read at, but it's really gloomy and cloudy and windy today, and so I think it'll be freezing if I sit in the park because the wind is just so cold today. So I think I'm honestly just gonna sit in my car and read for a bit before I head home. I also need to do grocery shopping, but whatever, not important. I will say I am feeling so much better. I'm really glad that I got out of the house. I don't know what was going on, but I really just like couldn't get out of my head when I was at home. I don't know if there wasn't enough distractions or like, I don't know. I really don't. But heading out and like sitting at the library and doing work for a few hours and then going to the cafe, eating lunch, working there for an hour or so, and now coming here, like I just feel so much better. I feel like I can just like breathe deeply again. So weird. I don't know what was going on there, but I'm glad that I'm feeling better. I feel like July, like this whole month has been one of the busiest months of this year for me. All good things, like lots of fun events, birthdays, hens weekends, social media related events, stuff like that. Like it's all been so good, but it's just been really busy. I feel like I've hardly read this month. I have read and I've finished books, but I just like feel like I haven't read as much as I normally do. But I'm currently reading The Serpent and the Wings of Night by Carissa Broadbent. I've been meaning to read this for so long because I've read the War of Lost Hearts, I think that's what it's called. I've read that trilogy, which is like the Daughter of No Worlds, Children of Fallen Gods, and Mother of Death and Dawn, if I'm remembering correctly, and I liked all of those, but I wasn't like obsessed. But I've heard a lot of people say that this series is their favorite, so I've been wanting to start it, but I kind of just kept forgetting about it because it's on my Kindle and not on my TBR cart as a physical book. But I started it, I don't even know when I started it, 4 days ago, I don't know, but I read a bit of this at lunch. I think I'm at like 33% or something. I'm not even halfway yet, and it's taken me so long to get here, but I am enjoying it. I'm not like obsessed, but it is really good. I feel like I have heard other people say this, so I'm not surprised, but it's kind of giving an adult version and a vampire version of the Hunger Games, which is really interesting. So I'm intrigued to see how this goes. I've also heard amazing things about the second book, so I'll keep you guys updated on my thoughts, but that's my current read. Also, why is just like sitting in your car and like scrolling on your phone or reading a book or like drinking a coffee, why is that like just one of the best feelings ever? Like I love just sitting in my car, but not driving. I don't mind driving, but like just like sitting in your car kind of doing nothing is like the best feeling ever. Why is it so comforting? I just turned on my camera to obviously vlog, and I realized that I'm not only in the car again, which I think I was in the last clip, but I'm also in the same parking lot that I filmed in yesterday at the park. I apparently really love this park. Today I have a bunch of filming I need to do for some specific like campaigns that I'm working on, and some of the clips that I want to get are at a park, so that is why I'm here today. But I'm so nervous. I hate filming clips like this in public. It's like 8 a.m. So part of me is like, surely no one's going to be in the park. But then the other part of me is like, everyone's probably going on their walks, like their morning walks in the park, you know? So I just know I'm going to have to film in front of people, and I just need to get over myself. But it's just not my favorite thing to do, especially when I have like a whole tripod set up. But that is how I'm going to get the best shot. So we've got to commit, and my camera's going to die. Awesome. So I guess I'll talk to you guys later. Since talking to you guys, I've had such a productive day, but equally, why do I still have so many things on my to-do list? Like, it just feels like it's never ending today. But I do think I finished like the bulk, like the big things. But I did just open this package, which is so cute. I got sent this beautiful print. Oh, she included an extra little one. I didn't even notice. But it's this beautiful print of a bookstore. Ideally, I would like to have this with my books, but I also kind of want to put it in my office. I'm not sure yet. But it's from Jenna, and her note says, "From one book lover to another, I thought you may enjoy my latest hand-drawn illustration of this cozy bookstore. I definitely do enjoy it. Thank you so much, Jenna. I love how they are places of escape, fantasy, and knowledge, not to mention the smell. Please enjoy and keep up the great content. Thank you so much, Jenna. I will try to remember to link her store down below for you guys if you want to check out her prints. She has so many. This is the other little one she included. I'm assuming it's like a New York City street. One day I'll get to New York City. So her Etsy store is called Normandy Road, and she also has an Instagram and stuff as well. But I think I'm going to take a little break from the content stuff that I was doing because it is Liam's birthday tomorrow, which is so exciting. However, Liam is not a birthday guy. He doesn't really care about birthdays. He doesn't like presents, and he doesn't like people making a fuss over him, which I feel like that's like the whole point of birthdays. And I'm torn between wanting to like make an effort and like decorate the house and like do some fun things, or just like not really doing anything and not making a fuss, because I just like don't know if he'll really want that. I think I'm going to do a few little things just to like show him that I love him, because my love language is acts of service, and if I'm not doing things for the people I love, I feel like I'm not loving them to the best of my ability. But I will show you the things that I picked up for him. Like I mentioned, he does not like gifts, but I have got him a couple things which I need to wrap before he gets home. First up, I got him this pair of sneakers. He has never had a pair of white sneakers before. He's always just had like black and white Converse or black old school Vans, and I just feel like he would look so cute in white sneakers. So does he actually want these? I don't know, but I think he'll really like them, to be honest. He's just not the type of person to buy things like this for himself. He never buys himself clothes or shoes or anything like that, so I always use birthdays and Christmases and stuff like that as an excuse to buy him clothes and stuff. I also got him a bottle of his favorite rum. I don't know, he likes this stuff. And then some of his favorite snacks. And every year my goal is to find him the most stupid card I can possibly find, and I think this year I might have outdone myself. This is the card for this year. I'm obsessed. So I think what I'm gonna do is wrap his presents, write in his card before he gets home from work, and maybe even blow up a few balloons and leave them in the guest bedroom, because I don't think he'll come in here before tomorrow morning, and that way I don't have to like sneak around while he's home. So that's why I need to do it now before he's done with work, because he'll be home in a couple hours. Good morning, guys. Happy Wednesday, and also happy annual Liam Day. He's at work. Since it's Wednesday, I was just filming a TikTok, a fun little unboxing. I need a jumper. It's just been a big work morning so far. Filmed a video, edited that video, scheduled that video, edited another video, filmed this TikTok. Now I'm gonna go have lunch with my mum because it's Wednesday, and that's what I do every Wednesday. Is there a huge mess on my floor? Yeah. Is that a later problem? Also, yes. This is always the way it goes on filming days. I feel like things just get messy. Which shoes am I going to wear? Okay. The trusty New Balance 480s. I think these are 480s. I'm not sure. Like I said, I'm about to head off for lunch with my mum. Then when I come back, I have a call with a brand that I work with. Then I think I have a little bit of time, and then a friend's popping in to say hi. And then when Liam gets home from work, we're gonna go out for dinner to celebrate his birthday. So busy day today. I feel like every day has just been so busy lately. I'm not gonna lie. This month has been one of the busiest months of my life. And whilst it's all like exciting stuff, I am just so ready to wake up and like have nothing on my to-do list. I don't know when that's gonna happen, but hopefully one day. I do have a pretty fun day tomorrow though. I'm heading to the Gold Coast to do some work, but also just to like hang out with the girls. So that'll be fun. I just got home from having lunch with my mum, which was so nice. But on the drive there and the drive home, I was listening to the What We Said podcast, which I've got to say is literally my favorite podcast in the world. Chelsea and JC genuinely feel like my friends, even though they don't know I exist. So I just recommend their podcast in general, but specifically I was listening to the newest episode. What is it called? Delulu Girl Stories. And I honestly just think everyone should listen to it because it's just a whole episode of girls writing in to Chelsea and JC, telling them things that they did that were kind of delusional or like didn't really make sense at the time, but ended up being like the best decision ever. And it's just such a reminder that sometimes you just like have to take the risk or like be a little delusional, be a little overconfident, because sometimes it actually works out amazingly. I feel like a lot of the time it works out amazingly. Maybe not always, but like being a little delulu sometimes is actually one of the best things you can do. And I feel like I can say that firsthand because of this. Like, I am just an example of that. I started this channel when I was 15 years old as a beauty channel. I had no right to be giving people makeup advice, but I did it anyway because I just thought it would be fun. And I just loved watching YouTube, and I just thought it would be fun to make my own silly little videos. And obviously it went from a beauty channel into more of just like a lifestyle channel, mostly vlogging. Obviously now I do a lot of book content as well, but this is literally my full-time job because my 15-year-old self thought it would just be like a fun little hobby to have and post videos of myself on the internet, especially when I was 15. That was like crazy of me to do. There were so many times where I got made fun of at school for doing YouTube as a hobby. I've been doing this for over 9 years now, and 9 years ago it was not cool to have a YouTube channel. If anything, it made me just such an easy target for people who just wanted to make fun of me, and I'm so glad I stuck with it because it was just something that I loved. And I think it just came down to the fact that my love for making these videos outweighed the embarrassment for making them, because obviously, like I said, people didn't think it was cool at all. And I'm honestly really proud of myself for sticking by it during that period of time, because it can be really hard when people around you just think it's silly, especially like when you're a teenager in high school. But I was a little bit delusional. I kept at it, and now it's literally my full-time job, and I wake up every morning with the best job in the world. I just feel like I am the biggest advocate of taking the risk, even if it doesn't quite make sense. If you just like know in your gut that it's something that you want to do and something that you love, like, please do it. Please. And I still look back and don't know how I did it, because I think now if I was trying to like do that now, I don't know if I would have the same confidence, because I feel like if anything, I probably care more about what people think, which is definitely not a good thing. And I also feel like I need to embrace being a bit more delusional sometimes, because I definitely let fear rule my decisions a lot of the time. As an anxious girly, I'm sure we all understand. I just let the fear of doing things stop me from doing so many things, so many opportunities I've said no to, so many amazing things that I've turned down because they're just too scary. And there's a difference between not doing something because it just like doesn't feel right, and not doing something because you're scared even though you want to do it. But here's to being delusional sometimes, hopefully in a good way. Anyway, I really need to hop on my computer for this call that I have in 15 minutes, and I will probably talk to you guys later. Happy Thursday, my friends. I have just been editing all morning, but I'm about to head off to drive to the coast. I'm gonna head to Lang's and we're gonna do some work this afternoon, and then I have a nail appointment because I get my nails done at the coast, and I'm very excited because although these still look so beautiful, they are very grown out, so it's time. And then I'm having a sleepover at George's tonight, and I think Soph is sleeping over too, so sleepover! I love the fact that I still get to have sleepovers with my best friends in my mid-20s. It's the best thing ever. I've just been doing computer work all morning, so really not that interesting. I've also made myself a coffee for the drive. Oh, I'm pulling a double wildflower today. Wildflower mug, wildflower jumper. My wildflower link and like code and stuff, I think is always in my description, because I think my code with them never changes. So if you're ever looking for my code, it's in the description if you want to make your own purchase, which 10 out of 10 would recommend. Hey guys, it's now Sunday. I've just been sitting at my computer working on something, and I thought it would be fun to talk to you guys about it. I know I've mentioned it in a vlog previously, but I don't think I've talked about it too much. Basically, a few of my friends and I have started a book club just like with each other. So each month one person gets to pick a book, and then obviously at the end of that month when we've read it, we'll all get together and discuss it and like maybe have dinner or something. Just like an excuse to hang out, but also like fun to discuss a book all together, because it's me and 3 of my friends and we all read, and we often end up reading some of the same books, but this is like an excuse for us all to read something at the same time, and we've made a rule that we cannot discuss the book with each other until book club. So July is actually our first month of book club, and we're gonna meet up in the next week or so, I don't really know exactly when, to do our first little meeting. And if my friends that are in this book club are watching this video, please click off now, because I'm gonna be discussing some things and I don't want you to see it, so click off. You'll see it in like a week or so. But I actually finished our book yesterday. Our first book for our book club is Never Lie by Frida McFadden, which honestly I think is a great book club book. I think any thriller is a really fun book club book because there's so much to discuss, because you can talk about your theories, you can talk about if you guessed like what the plot twists were. I feel like often in thrillers there can be like plot holes or things that don't add up, or you can talk about how you thought it was going to go a certain way or whatever. So I feel like it'll be a really interesting one to discuss. But since finishing it, I decided to make a little like presentation on Canva that I'm going to use when we catch up and talk about it in person, which I think I'm going to try and do this every month when we have a new book, obviously. And I just thought I would show you in case you wanted to do this with your friends. First of all, I know a lot of people ask me if I can make an online book club. At this point, I'm not planning on it. I feel like there are so many book clubs out there, and I don't know if mine would really be any like different. I don't know. Honestly, the logistics of it confused me. So like I don't have any plans to, so I'm sorry guys, but I would definitely recommend doing it with your friends, anyone in your life, because I think it will be really fun. I actually don't know if it's gonna be fun. I haven't done it yet, but I think it will be. Second of all, you can totally just like read a book and then just like chat about it with your friends. You don't have to have like a presentation or something. I just kind of thought this would be a little bit of extra fun, and I also thought it would be helpful to have like questions and things going into it that we could discuss. But if we don't like follow this, it doesn't really matter. It's just for fun. It's not supposed to be too serious. But I thought I would show you the outline of my little presentation. So again, if any of my book club friends are watching this, please stop. You're gonna ruin it for yourself. Oh my gosh, have fun. Welcome to my presentation, guys. Welcome to book club. So this is just the first slide. And then obviously we've got the information about the actual book. So this is our book for July, chosen by George. Thank you, George, for choosing this for us. This is just like a bit of information about Frida McFadden. Bestie Frida. I just thought it would be interesting to talk about like the actual author themselves a little bit. And then I've also got a little clip of her other books. Again, this is not necessary at all. I just think it's interesting, especially because I feel like people don't realize how many books Frida McFadden actually has. And she actually started off writing women's fiction, which is so interesting. Then I've just got some information about her highest rated books, which I just thought was really interesting and like fun to chat through. Then we have some information about Never Lie specifically that I was able to find. I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of hard to find some information. Like Frida McFadden doesn't do that many interviews or anything like that. Like I tried to watch a bunch of interviews, but I don't know, she kind of just like answers the same questions every time. So like she's not the most public author, which is really interesting. Then I thought we could just discuss our ratings. I'm not saying that I gave it 5 stars. I just feel like after going through like a little introductory part, it'd be fun to just go around the room and talk about like our general thoughts and like what our rating was. Because like I said, we are not allowed to discuss our actual ratings and our thoughts until we get to book club. Then I have a bunch of discussion questions. Again, we don't like have to go through all of these, but I just thought it would be like helpful or somewhat fun to have some specific questions. So like overall thoughts, how did you feel about the writing? On a scale of 1 to 10, how scared were you while reading? Because obviously it's a thriller, so I thought that'd be interesting to discuss. Okay, I'm going to cover this because there are spoilers on this page, but it says, did you guess any of the plot points or plot twists? And then I've got like a little refresher of all of the plot twists under my hand in case people have forgotten, because some people could have read it a while ago. Did you have any theories? I thought that would be really fun to discuss because I definitely had some theories that were definitely not correct. Did you think there were any plot holes? Again, this has some spoilers, but how did you feel about the ending? And I just put a little recap of the ending on the page in case people forgot. And then to finish it off, I thought it would be really fun to go through some 1-star reviews. So I'm not going to show you properly because there could be some spoilers on these, so I'll just go through them really fast. But I've just like screenshot a bunch of 1-star reviews that I found on Goodreads, and they're just really funny. So I thought these would just be a really fun way to end off book club. So that's the general plan. Let me know if you think that I've missed anything or if I should include anything else, or if you have a book club and you have something fun that you do. I would love to know. I'll obviously let you guys know how book club goes when we do it. We don't have a date locked in yet, but I'm sure it will be pretty soon. But I'm gonna end off this vlog here. I hope you guys enjoyed spending another week in my life with me. I love you guys so much. I hope you all have a great week ahead, and I will see you in my next video very soon. Goodbye.